Hello, it's Angel Arfleck again, and today's workout is a little bit different than my last two. Less cardiovascularly intensive, more core oriented, a lot more spine engagement. So we're going to start with some simple stretches and some movements to get everything going, and then we'll do some Pilates. So find a comfortable spot. I chose this nice gray, calming, peaceful rug. You could do it on a mat or anywhere that feels good for you. So you're gonna start by coming down to the floor. So knees bent, let yourself roll down. Pull the knees into the chest and then roll over to one side. So knees at about a 45 to 90 degree angle, arms out. So if you look sideways, you look like a book. Hand on top of hand, knee on top of knee. We're gonna open up and close. Open up and close. Working on keeping the knees, here, I'll go this way. Working on keeping the knees together, lined up, the hands lined up when they start, and then as we open up, seeing if we can get both shoulders on the ground. Doesn't matter if they do hit the ground, but we're just gonna work at opening this up a little bit more. So knees start together, keep them together as we open up. Open and release. One more. Open and release. And now we get to do the other side. So we'll flip it over, knees line up, hands on top of each other, open and release. Nice and slow, let gravity be in your favor as you open up. If the knees start to come up off the ground, just hold your arm where they stay on the ground. So what I mean by that is try not to open this up as the knees come flopping over. Try to keep the knees together and just hold this and back. Open. And one more. And then from here, we're going to come to the floor. I'm going to shrug the shoulders down, so shoulders down, belly in, so that your back is pressed against the floor. Squeeze the butt. You're going to lift and lower. Belly in, lift, squeeze, and lower. Heels are pressed into the floor. There is a space between your back of your neck and the floor. Shoulders down, belly in, lift, squeeze, and release. Brief second hold. Each time you come down, that back makes contact with the floor once again before you lift up. Good. 5 more. Last 3. 2 and 1. This time, as you come down, back against the floor, extend the legs out, shoulders down, belly in,
Squeeze the butt. We're going to raise the arms up so shoulders are still down. Then I'm going to lift the shoulders and reach overhead. Back up. Relax the shoulders down and all the way down. Up here, lift and reach. Reach overhead. Any amount that you can touch the floor behind you. And down. So you can see a little bit more. So our shoulders are down, belly in. Squeeze the butt, feet together, legs together. And then raise it up halfway. Reach like you're going to touch the ceiling. Back of your head against the floor. And reach up overhead any amount that you can. Back up. Now pull it back, shoulders down, and press down to the floor. Belly in. So that back starts to arch up, and if there's more space here, belly in. Feet together. Squeeze the butt. Up. Reach. Back still has connection to the floor as we reach overhead. And release. And reach, try to keep that connection. And down, 5 more. So belly in, shoulders down, that extension, that reach, belly in, and down. So that shoulders down, belly in, squeeze the butt, try to play it in your head, because what happens is sometimes everything up here stays down and then the back is arched or the legs are spread out wide. So tighten those legs together, like zipper them up, belly in, shoulders down, last 2. Belly in, keep that contact of your back with the floor. 1 more. Good. And in. We're going to lift the knees up halfway. Legs are zippered up. Like if you were to put a dollar or something here, you could squeeze and hold that together. Shoulders down, belly in. So again, if I've got this arch in my back, I want to press that to the floor, pull the belly in. And you're going to lift your head and lift your chin. Reach the arms toward your feet. Belly in, shoulders down, and now press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20. We're going to go up to 100. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very small movements. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs together. Belly in. Shoulders down. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 70. Belly in. Shoulders down. Keep engaged. Squeeze the legs together. 80. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Head down, shoulders down, feet to the floor. We're going to take the legs all the way up. Once again, starting to roll the head up so shoulders are off the floor, shoulders down. Pull your belly in, legs are straight up. And we're going to come and start to slow and take the right leg down and up. Left, down, and up. So shoulders are slightly off the floor. Pull the belly in, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Breathe in and out. And up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Belly in. Head up. Arms can be off the floor or on the floor for support. Last 3 each leg. Down and up. Here's 2. And 1. Good. Hold the legs up. Shoulder and head on the floor. Feet come down. Take a moment to breathe. Now this, we're going to do something very similar. This time, we're going to take the feet off the floor. We're going to bring the right knee in and extend the left leg. Start to roll the shoulders up again. Hand on a knee, hand on ankle. Hold it here. Belly in, shoulders down, and then switch. And switch. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. Breathe and in. Belly in, shoulders down. Here we go. And in. Out and in. Good. Ankle and knee, or shin and knee. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Down, feet down. Take the arms out, legs over to one side. Give it a little stretch. Back to the center and over. Back to the center. We're going to take that one step further and add bicycles. And then we're going to do some side leg raises. So legs are up. So shoulders down, belly in. So before we even get started, we press that lower back in, pull the belly in. Then those shoulders lift, the head tucks, hands here. We're going to take right elbow to left knee and in. And other side. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Here's 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the knees in, wrap your arms around, shoulders down, belly in. Now let ourselves come over to one side. Legs are fully extended out. Head is supported. We're going to bend the bottom leg for support. And the top foot is going to flare our toes, flex our foot, take it up and down. Up and lower. So just a little warm up of the hips, up and lower. So I have my hand placed here in front for support. If you want a little bit more work of your core, you can bring both hands here and work on keeping that belly in, shoulders back, and keep that engaged. So whatever, also so feel a little more comfortable with one hand in front, just as a little kickstand. Here's 4, 3, 2, here's the fun. Hold it all the way up there. We're gonna bring it forward, in, back, and up. So a big circle. Forward, back, in, and up. Working through the full range of motion of your hips. We have 4 more this way, and then we reverse. 3, 2, once you get back to the top, hold and reverse. Forward, up, back. So as much as you can get that full range of motion, forward, up, back, swing. And that's our next move, is a swing forward and back. So we've got 4 more of these. Big circles. 3, 2. As we come down, hold it hip height. Swing it forward. Swing it back. Forward. Back. So that pendulum from your hip on as we lay on our side. Forward and back. Maintain that belly in, shoulders down, little squeeze of the butt as we come back. 4, 3, 2, and the other side. So I'm gonna swing myself up and over. Head can be propped. Hips are stacked one on top of the other, and then that bottom leg is going to bend as your kickstand in the back, hand in front. We are all the way up and all the way down. So full range of motion through that hip. Again, that hand in front, it's just a light pressure here. If you don't want to, you can use the hand up here. Just make sure that you're not swinging forward and back or leaning forward and back to get this hip up. Keep both hips stacked right on top of each other like you were stacking blocks. 4, 3, 2, hold that leg all the way up, and now forward, down, and around. Belly in, stabilize the hips, move that leg around, full range of motion. 4. If you find yourself starting to wobble, maybe take that a little bit shallower so you're more stable. 2, and hold, reverse, forward, back and around. So our primary goal is to keep that belly in, shoulders down, keep the hips stable. and we swing it around. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we come back around, hold it center, hip height. So as if you were standing on the floor, that leg swings and swings back. Swing forward and back. Hand is in front, leg is in back, swing and back. Whoa. So sometimes our swings can be a little bit too aggressive. And then we just make them a little more shallow. Full range of motion. But here's last 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come back to my back, and where we started, this time I'm going to extend my legs out. Now, we're going to do some roll-ups, basically vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling ourselves up, almost like you're rolling up a towel or a piece of paper. If that is too intense on your lower back and you find yourself arching up all the time, go ahead and bend the knees and push the belly, push the back in. So I'm going to keep my legs straight. I'm going to pull my belly in so that there's no room down here. Shoulders down. I'm going to reach those arms up over my head, just like we did earlier. And then with this, as they come up, my shoulders are going to come up, my chin is going to tuck, my belly is in, I'm going to start to roll myself all the way up, all the way up. Reach for your legs, and then roll it all the way back down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, and overhead. So again, a modification might be that those knees are slightly bent. Push the belly in, back against the floor. That tuck, maybe I grab my legs to hold me back up. And then I might use my legs again to hold on to as I come back down. Make sure that lower back hits first. Roll it out. So find what feels the most appropriate for you. Belly, shoulders down, belly in, roll it up. Squeeze the butt, feet together. So I'm going to zipper those legs up. And then slowly down the way back down. Where you can almost imagine each vertebrae hitting the ground one by one. If we're being honest with ourselves, someday we have a little bit more range of motion in how we touch our toes, some days not so much. So you work with what you have that day. Don't worry about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow right now. We're just gonna live in the moment of what our body can do right now, knowing that these are the foundation, these are the building blocks of what we'll do in the future. So go ahead and get 5 more of these roll-ups in. Each time trying to reach a little bit further if you're able. Okay. Last 3. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Squeezing those legs together, because I know sometimes that's the one thing I forget about. My legs start to flop open. I want you to squeeze those thighs together like you've got $1 that you're holding between your knees and you're not letting it go, maybe even a quarter. Last one. all the way down. And reach overhead. This time we're going to pull that belly in. Arms are going to stay overhead. And we're going to slide the arms out. And bring them up. Overhead. Slide them around. So really, it seems like nothing is going on in our lower body, but that belly is in, our hips, our back is pressed to the floor. These are tight and engaged. Our thighs are together. And we're going to raise the arms up, reaching overhead. Open them up like wings and scoop it together. Raise it up. Open like wings, scoop. So try not to let this back come up, because sometimes I know that's what I tend to do. I'll forget about here because I'm worried about my arms. So keep pressing it in. And scoop. Good. Like little wings. Like you're doing a snow angel. Legs together, butt squeeze, belly in. Good. We've got 4 more of these. All the way up. Big scoop. I'll be honest, this is probably one of the harder things for me to think of because I'm working the arms, but I'm still trying to squeeze my butt and pull my belly in. And all I want to do is think about my arms and forget about everything else, including counting the last one. Good. And last scoop, come to the side. We're going to bring ourselves all the way up to seated. So go ahead and tuck the chin, roll yourself up, come all the way up. We're going to take the legs out wide. And sit up a little bit taller. Bring the arms out. We're going to turn ourselves and reach toward our toes. So if I start to reach and I'm nowhere on my toes, that's okay. Twist, reach, come back up, and we're back here. Twist, reach, up, and we're here. So as maybe our spine starts to warm up, we start to get a little bit lower, we start to reach for the toe, we start to reach beyond the ankle. Or maybe that just doesn't even happen today and we live with it. Twist and reach. Notice if one side feels different than the other. Okay, any of those little imbalances are ones that we need to work on and focus on when we make our movements, because we all know that one side is easier, one side's a little more challenging. Good. Belly in, shoulders down. 2 more each direction. There we go. Reach and up. Last one each direction. Get out, please. There we go. Drop the arms down, bring the feet together. So we're gonna bring those feet together, maybe even move anything out of the way, forward, deep breath. And then using our elbows, hinge forward any amount that we can and maybe start to push into the inner thigh. Knees out wide, our body comes forward any amount that we can. Now, I'm a runner, you see, flexibility is not one of my fortes. So if you are more flexible today, maybe those heels come in a little bit more. Maybe the knees come down closer to the carpet today or the mat. Or maybe, if this is not even happening, maybe the knees are more out here and we do our best to get our knees to the floor. So find where you're able to get just a little bit more leverage and get the knees out toward the mat, the floor,
whatever, without rounding through our shoulders. So pressing forward like we're trying to touch our chest to our feet. Flatter back, hold here, breathe in. And then release. And any amount that we can cross the feet over. So let's be honest, sometimes even crossing the legs over is uncomfortable. If that's the case, we can use props. So I have here a pillow. I could use a pillow, I could use a block, something that'll prop my hips up a little bit and let my knees fall out. So I'm just gonna let them fall open a little bit. And now I'm gonna start to just loosen up the upper body. So even just sitting comfortably here, because I can show my face a little bit. We're gonna bring the shoulders up toward our ears, pull them back, and release. Up toward the ears. So up toward the ears, pull them back, and release. And back, and release. Scrunch, like you're almost trying to touch your shoulders to your ears, and then really pull them back like someone grabbed you from your elbows, holding it back, and release down. Here's 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Now let's go the other way. We're gonna pull it back and up and forward. Back, up and forward. Pull, open and forward. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can see. I'm gonna bring my hands to my shoulders. So I'm always remember that little kid song, like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay, so we want shoulders. Shoulders are here. We're gonna bring our elbows together. And now like a little birdie trying to flap their wings, up and out again. Pull the elbow in, up and out again. So we did those hip circles earlier with our legs. Now it's for the shoulders, up and out. See if you can start to make bigger circles with your elbows. So if your elbows had little crayons on them drawing, how big of a circle could you draw? Good. Last one. And here, take them out, bring them in. Back and in. All this time we're pulling in that belly. We're pulling the shoulders down. And in. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Great for the spine. We did a lot of stuff for our core engagement and for abdominal engagement, hips. So have a great day. Until next time.